Hey folks, welcome back to another Poem Master video, and today we're going to talk about Anni and Reshiram, right? The anniversary version of Anni and Reshiram, the guy who got both the black and white box legendaries, unfortunately. Or fortunately, if you really like Anni and you want him to have. I'm saying unfortunately just because we can't run both Anni and Reshiram, or both Zekrom and Reshiram on the same team, which would have been fun. But I mean, it's not a big deal. They don't work well at all together anyway, so... But yeah, let's talk about this, right? So Anni Reshiram is dropping tonight, right? So as usual, I will be summoning on the banner live, so make sure to tune in. Last time with Lily, we had like a lot of people in there, and that was very not fun. That someone was not fun. Hopefully this time will be a bit better. Hopefully it'll be a bit better. I don't want to lose my house yet. Summoning for these, okay? So, anyways. Let's talk about the unit. So this unit is great. A lot of really good things about it, right? So first of all, let's just go over the basics. Now, this guy, Anni Reshiram, is a fire tech unit, right? And the overall stats are fine, right? It's at 140, speed's not bad, HP's not bad. The defenses are actually not terrible either, right? It's just the special attack's not that great, but then again, you are a fire type unit that benefits from sun, so that's fine, I guess. Right? Although, like, his like single target damage isn't like anything crazy though. Right? For a massive fair, it's around like Ho-Oh's damage, right? Which isn't bad. I mean, Ho-Oh does decent damage, but it's not anything crazy. But yeah, in terms of his moves, you have Blue Flare, which is your main damaging move, 4 gauge, special fire type, 20% chance of burning the opponent. His power at 5 out of 5, obviously, you know, that's not what you generally see, right? But we'll look at 5 out of 5 anyways. 85% accuracy, unfortunately, but you don't have to worry about that too much because your training move does buff accuracy, right? So you have Dire Hit Plus, which +2 crit, obviously. Noble Roar debuffs your opponent's attack and special attack by 1 stat rank. And then you have Truth Will Prevail, which applies move gauge acceleration to the ally field of play, raises your special attack by 3 stat ranks, raises the accuracy by 1 stat rank. So you can actually max out your own stats. Although it is slightly awkward unless you pick up Sharp Entry. You do need 4 turns total to max it out. And again, N is a sync nuker, so usually you want to sync on, like, you know, after turn 3. So unless you're picking up Sharp Edge, is probably a good idea to maybe just bring a support to help with at least one of these, whether it be, you know, Sabrina or something that gives at least 1 more crit over here, right? So your sync move over here is a slightly lower power, but you do have the multiplier over here where the more the opponent's stats have been lower, the more the power of this move, right? And then you have Unova Flag Bearer as the master passive over here. It's the same as Galar Flag Bearer and Alolan Flag Bearer, right? And Hoenn Flag Bearer. It's just powers up moves by your team by 10%, gives 20% damage reduction, and with each Unova theme unit increases your damage by 10% and damage reduction by 3%, right? And then you have an extend range move, which is really nice. So it makes it so that your Blue Flare and Noble Roar hits the whole opponent's team, right? Or targets the whole opponent's team. I mean, I guess I could miss, but like targets the entire opponent's team without taking the AoE penalty. Because usually, you know, there's penalty with AoE damage, right? For example, you know, Heat Wave. I mean, instead of hitting for 100% of damage, you only hit for 50% of damage to each target. Although the total damage is still higher, but you know, you still get a penalty over there. But for Blue Flare on Reshiram, it doesn't have that because it maintains your maximum, you know, output, so you're hitting 100% on each opponent. So that's very nice, right? So even though, you know, your single target damage is around what? Ho, which again, Ho's damage is not bad. Ho's damage is pretty nice. It's like 600k or something, right? Even though like you're around that range, you are hitting every single target, right, on the opponent's team. When Reshiram does get a bit weaker is when you take out the sides, because usually the sides are pretty weak. They're probably just going to take like 1 or 2 blue flares and they're probably going to flame out, right? And then after that, when you're hitting single target, it's just not as good, right? But still, you do have that really nice mechanic, right? And Noble Roar as well. You hit all the opponents over there, and then it also says that a move target or used by the user's Pokemon targets not this one. Target self or an ally successful. The target becomes all allied sync pairs. Again, we're not exactly sure how this is going to work. Most likely, this is not going to be applied. It's most likely not going to be applied to this. If it does, that's going to be great. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be applied to this. Maybe it'll apply to Darhib Plus, right? But we'll see, right? Piercing blows just ignores all the... Keep in mind, because people always ask this, oh, does it mean I could pick up crit shield in like master mode and we'll go through it like 350 points? No, it does not mean that. Crit shield is a field effect. This only goes through passive skills, right? It's a very specific thing, right, that it goes through. And mind game's 9, every time you attack the opponent, you drop their special defense by 1, which is really nice, right? So yeah, in terms of the synchron, you got a lot of stuff here. You got Pecking Order, Devastation, which makes, again, him having a very good sync nuke. And then, on top of that, you got some other stuff. Super duper effective 1, Pep Rally 1 on Blue Flare. Buffs your whole team speed by 1 like every move, or every Blue Flare at least. Hostile Environment, increased chance of burning with Blue Flare. Got Move Gauge Refresh as usual, right? And then you have these two, which are not, in my opinion, I don't know, I don't really like these. It's like 10 energy for a 50% chance of double dropping your opponents, right? It's like 20 energy for both. Then you have Sharp Entry. Don't want to bring another support to help with that, which, in my opinion, I guess you probably bring one anyways, because like your other unit is bringing Sun, so like why not, right? This costs what? I guess it doesn't cost that much. And then you have Healthy Super Hit when your HP is full in battle and applies super effective up next to your next hit. It's only one hit, but I mean, if you use that on your sync nuke, that's gonna be really nice, right? So, and Piercing Case removes no miss, but again, you have accuracy. I don't worry about that too much. So, in terms of the banner, right? First of all, the banner is a Master Fair, right? So there's going to be gifts on there. If you're wondering what the gifts are, you could go check in game. It's the same as the Lily gifts, right? It's the same gifts as the Lily one per multi. They give you some stuff, which is cool. Some power ups, some move coin token things, whatever, right? And again, the rates are the same, right? 12% chance for a 5-star, 1% chance for the Master Fair unit. And again, this is my advice to anyone who wants to summon on a Master Fair. If you want to summon on a Master Fair, or just any banner in general, but especially a Master Fair, since the feature rate is 1%, you have to make sure you have 36.6k gems before going in, right? You have to make sure you go to scout points for it, so you could act. You do not want to dump, you don't want to dump 15k gems in here and then not get it because it's a 1% banner, right? You don't want to dump 20k gems in there and then not get it because it's a 1% banner. You have to make sure you have enough for scout points. You have to make sure, like, this game guarantees you to get the unit. You got to utilize that, right? You don't get like duped by the system. They gave you this option, you got to use it, right? If you don't have enough gems, you wait until you get enough, right? Don't throw sunk cost at a 1% rate banner, all right? First of all. Second of all, like the Lily banner, I like, even if you do want to summon on it, unless you're just a big N, again, if you're a big N Reshiram fan, then go for it, right? But otherwise, I'd probably just wait a bit, a week or two, because we should be getting, because this banner goes through the whole month, we should be getting a new data download, some new information, again, in a few weeks or so about the rest of this month's units, right? Whether it be a second part of the anniversary or just a regular part of the month, just in case there's any other units you want over there, right? Or if there's anything bigger over there, which I kind of doubt, right? But we'll see what's in the second half of the month, right? And outside of that, the unit's good. There really isn't much bad to talk about it, right? If there really isn't anything crazy coming up in the second half of the anniversary, I would suggest, you know, going for him if you need a fire type damage dealer. And that's a big if, because there's a lot of great fire type damage dealers in the game already, right? There's the 2 Charizards, there's Hilda Embor, there's again Ho-Oh, who's free, right? Like there's a lot of great fire type damage dealers already, and if you have no issue clearing fire type stages, oh, Serena as well, another one. If you have no issue clearing fire type stages, maybe you should try going for either Lily or Steven instead, right? But if you do, this is a great unit to pick up. Or if you just like fire types and you want your fire team to, because like here's the thing, like he doesn't really fit that well with all the other big fire type damage healers, right? Yeah, because first of all, you need Sun, right? And then none of the Sun units are that great of a tank. I guess Lyra is a good tank, but you can't run Lyra with Reshiram because you want to sync with Reshiram, right? And obviously to get Sun with Lyra, you need to sync with Lyra as well. So it is a slightly awkward case there, right? Or a slightly awkward fit. I guess you don't have to nuke, and you just spam your thing until the sides are taken out, then you can nuke, I guess, right? So maybe it would work that way, but yeah, I mean it's just slightly awkward to run like it beside like a Charizard or Leon or something. You could do that. You could definitely do that, right? It's just not that great of a fit, right? So yeah, I guess there's that issue. But yeah, I mean, if you don't need fire types, if you have like a Leon, if you have a whatever, what's the other Charizard, Red, right? Or and if you don't have issues clearing fire type stages, you really don't need them. You go for the other two, right? Which are in more needed types, right? Obviously, Lily Ghost type is an absolute disaster outside of Lily, right? And then flying types, the flying types are much better than Ghost types overall. But Rayquaza is still a step above them, right? So yeah, it's a good unit. If you really need a fire type, you could definitely go for him. He's amazing, right? He's an amazing unit. But if you don't, I can understand if you want to go for the other two as well, right? Unless you like Reshiram, then just go for it, right? So anyways, or if you just have money and spend on the game, you want to get everyone, then go for it too. So anyways, that's pretty this one. I guess hope you guys enjoyed. And guys, think in the comments down below. Like, share this video, subscribe to our channel for some more Pokemon content. Again, we'll be summoning on him tonight, so make sure to tune in then. I'll see you guys in the next one.